Hey, Dr. Todd Warren here, founder and CEO of Dental Sleep Profits. Today I want to talk to you about when a dental sleep medicine office should start marketing to the general public in order to acquire new sleep patients. Now, you should have 4 things in place before you start marketing, and you have to have systems for each one of these, let's call them boxes. You should have systems for each one of these boxes. The first box is screening. If you have a general dentistry practice, you should be screening every single patient. Your staff should all be on board. You guys as a team should be talking about dental sleep medicine, if not on a daily basis, on a weekly, consistent basis. And all of your staff should be screening every single patient, and you should be acquiring patients through that screening process. Now, you have to have a system in place. I mentioned it should be something that you're talking about with your staff, if not on a daily basis, at least a consistent weekly basis, so that it's a focus for the office, so that you guys are working through issues and helping your team and training your team on how to recognize anatomical indicators, how to have and develop those conversations with patients, because a lot of time your staff doesn't have a ton of time with patients to talk about their personal life and to seem personable, but also fit in some things about dental sleep medicine or what they're seeing anatomically in the airway, or maybe it's maybe they grind their teeth. Whatever the case, you need to help your staff understand how to have those conversations and how to move those patients from the hygiene chair into another mindset of my dentist is going to help me address a health issue that I need to pay attention to. So that's the first thing, screening. Second thing is testing. You need to have a solid system for home sleep testing, or maybe you are referring that out to a sleep lab, whatever insurance requires. But you need, if you're all over the place, if you have some units that you have in the office and you check those out once in a while, but sometimes you're using sleeptest.com, sometimes you're using WatchPat One Direct program, and you're all over the place with your testing, that's not good, because you need to find out what works best and what moves patients through your sleep workflow as quickly as possible, so that they don't lose momentum and end up not wanting to actually address the issue because there's too many complications, there's too many hoops to jump through. You want to have a solid sleep test system in place to move people from point A to point B, or let's say point B to point C. Third thing you need to have in place is your clinical protocols. You need to have a solid lab that has great turnaround times, that is easy to work with, that provides your patients with a great result and provides a high quality appliance. You need to have your clinical things in place. If you're going to use some equipment like the Echovision or pharyngometer or certain different tools for titration, all those things, you need to have those clinical things in place before you start attracting the general public in mass. Because if you don't have these things in place, you are going to be hurting for certain, and your staff's going to hate you. Number 4 is you need to have a solid billing strategy. Now, you should not be handling billing with dental sleep medicine in your office unless you are closing a minimum of 7 to 10 cases per month. You will not be able to justify the payroll. There's just too much time where billers spend on the phone, on hold for hours and hours and hours with insurance companies and moving things through that process. It's a big old wooden ship that's really difficult to steer. You want to outsource that to a third party. Once you have all 4 of those things established, screening, testing, clinical, and billing, then you can start marketing to the general public, and that's when a system like Dental Sleep Profits comes in place. The reason you want to have those 4 things in place is because with a system like ours, you're going to be getting 50 to 80 consultation requests per month, and your staff has to follow up with most of those people. Not every single one of them is going to call the office immediately after requesting a consultation. You're going to have to do some legwork. So if you don't have those systems in place to move people through your workflow seamlessly, not always seamlessly, but without too many hitches, then you guys are going to have a really, really difficult time handling patients at scale. So get those 4 boxes in place. Remember what they are: screening, testing, clinical, and billing. Get those in place so that you can actually begin to accelerate the growth of a dental sleep medicine practice. And once you're doing between 2 and 5 cases a month, then you probably are a really good candidate for a program like Dental Sleep Profits, where you can begin to accelerate the growth of your practice to the point where you're generating a lot of momentum. And the momentum that is a result of a marketing program like ours can increase your momentum with referrals from local physicians, which is, something I talk about in a lot of the videos that I publish here, is about having leverage when you're talking to local physicians. So I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions, post them down in the comments below. What I'm going to put in the description, I'm going to put a link to a 24-minute training video where I lay out all of the steps that Dental Sleep Profits goes through to create a successful dental sleep medicine campaign through social media advertising. So if you want to check out that training, go ahead, click the description below, click that link, fill out your details, and I'll shoot you that video. Otherwise, like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless.